What's up, Transformers? It is your favorite health team here. So for those of you who are just joining me now, it is Dr. Angela and this is Nicole and Janelle. And today we're excited. You guys made it to day number 4 of the Bloat Buster Challenge. I'm feeling really good. I went out for a run yesterday. It was dead hot. I thought I was gonna die, but I woke up this morning with a flat tummy, which made me feel very hopeful for Saturday when the pool officially opens. So hope you guys have lots of good plans for the Memorial Weekend. But we're gonna do a quick recap of what you guys learned yesterday, and then Nicole is going to teach a few things, but this is also an opportunity for you guys to do some Q&A. Any questions you have, regardless of whether it is related to the past few days or what's going on, you know, the next. Hey, Kathy, thanks for joining us. Glad that you're here. So we are on day number 4 of the Bloat Buster Challenge, and so we'll just let Nicole do kind of a quick recap of what we talked about yesterday.
So yesterday we talked about probiotics and kind of how they can contribute to a little bit of bloat and then overall health. So we talked about that there's research that's actually gearing towards that gut-brain axis, and so you know your gut can have an effect on your brain. They're actually saying that your first brain is your gut, your second brain is your actual brain, and that can actually contribute to, you know, some of your cravings that you're having, especially for those sweets, because those bacteria actually do like the carbohydrates, and so they like to have that. And so we talked about the different types of probiotics that we can try. And so we have the Ultra Flora Balance that we have, or Spectrum, sorry, that we use here, and then a women's that we also use here. And all of those strains are actually research proven that they do help with all of those kinds of things that we talked about, especially with the, you know, those disorders with like IBD and things like that. And so that can also contribute to some of that bloat that you're getting. And if that's not something that is really resolving with it, we also talked about that LCAT food sensitivity test to kind of like rule out what kinds of foods are really kind of causing some kind of issues for you.
Yeah, and Janelle, if you want to take a quick comment on what have you seen when someone does the LCAT food sensitivity test and you're able to make even more of a customized meal plan for these people. What kind of results are you seeing when we're eliminating what they're reacting to and putting them on a plan that actually works with what you do with the patients?
A lot of the patients will actually see their symptoms kind of disappear because, you know, the only symptom that kind of happens with that isn't always just kind of that bloating. It's more of that fatigue, kind of just not feeling well or right. And a lot of people really gain their energy back. They just say, you know, once I eat, there's not that miserable feeling afterwards. They actually feel kind of good for once.
Yeah, and in my case, it helped me get rid of my headaches. So, but that's what we're all about. When it comes to, you know, when you don't feel well or when you're craving a certain thing, when you have a headache, when you have a digestive issue, sometimes people just sort of like say, oh, I must be stressed out or overworked. You know, I have kids, or, you know, my husband travels, or like all of these other excuses or to justify how you're feeling. But at the end of the day, it's our job to say, hey, it's actually not that, and it's actually your internal body chemistry. And that's why we want to emphasize, you know, like I've always say, I'm the mechanic for your body. You know, you're a safe driver and you're driving, you know, across the highway. But hey, Liliana, thanks for joining us. We're just talking about the, you know, the benefit of just knowing your own body chemistry. And that's why before you blame it on stress, before you sort of have this like shame blame game where like, I'm just tired all the time. It's just because I'm a mom and I work full time and blah, blah, blah. No. It's actually probably not even your fault. It might actually be a chemistry imbalance. And like Nicole was saying, the simplest treatment for those cravings, for those mood swings, for that down energy that you're feeling, you could actually eliminate that by taking a daily probiotic. So just wanting you guys let you know, like I said, there are plenty of over-the-counter probiotics out there, and don't forget to watch day number 3 so you know the differences. But again, we do have medical grade probiotics which we found that had, you know, a little bit more better results, particularly for our patients who have had more gut issues and more of the symptoms that we're talking about. So for those of you guys who are watching live, don't forget to pop in any questions that you have for us while we have the experts here. But Nicole is going to hop into what we're going to teach about today.
So we've talked about, the first day was about getting all your water in, right? So that liquid, but we didn't talk about other liquids. One of them being alcohol. You know, the weekend's coming up, it's a Memorial Day holiday, and a lot of people don't realize that that can actually contribute to a little bit of like water retention. What happens when you drink alcohol, right? So alcohol is technically a poison to your body. Your body doesn't want it in there at all. So what happens is it treats it as a toxic.
Yeah, this is what you need here. They should have a, you know, instead of a like and a heart, they should have a water bottle that comes across the screen. Isn't that cool?
So,
hey, Sonia, thanks for joining us. Are you home again? We thought
she
you
was
were
home.
driving. Yes, the last time. That's good.
She was close.
So, but yeah, alcohol is a real big damper. I know that we like to have fun, and I tell you, you know, in a hot day, a margarita sounds really good, right? But what happens is that your body actually totally shuts down to get rid of that alcohol, which is signaled as a toxin in your body. And so while you're enjoying it, your body's actually put into a shock system, and it's going to cause bloat. It's going to, you know, dehydration, messes with your weight, obviously. And talk about what it does to your appetite when you drink alcohol. I don't think people realize what it does.
So we actually tend to eat a lot more when we drink, right? Especially if it's late at night. And it's almost that, you know, lowered inhibition thing too. You're not really caring what you're having and how much you're taking in. A lot of times we want those like comfort foods when we drink.
Yep. And here's the problem: those comfort foods are often salty. So you've got the
sugary,
salty peanuts and chips and salsa, pretzels. I mean, these are like pizza. You know, we talked about wings and like really like bar food, right? And so it's like a double whammy. Not only are you not metabolizing, you're actually adding even more calories to that. So not that, you know, everybody wants to have fun. You don't have to completely cut out alcohol, but if you're on a plan, you know, we suggest it. But give us maybe a trick or two if we do want to enjoy alcohol, but we don't want to ruin our diets. What kind of things do you guys do to kind of, you know, keep it on the down low when it comes to alcohol?
So always have,
well, except for Nicole, who can't drink alcohol right now.
I count, so maybe
so
maybe this is a
pregnancy is number one to keep you from drinking alcohol.
So things that I always kind of recommend, there's actually a new kind of hard seltzer water out right now. It's called White Claw, I think. And I think they might have another brand called Truly, something similar. So they're around 100 calories, but it is just basically a hard seltzer water with alcohol in it that come in flavors. So that's a way to really keep your calories down. Another one is just a vodka soda or a vodka water with lemon or lime. That's another good option that I recommend. You really want to stay away from the heavy craft beers that are really big here in Denver, Colorado, and a lot of the, you know, drinks with umbrellas on them. So like Dr. Tran was saying, you know, the frozen margaritas,
no
your daiquiris.
Fuzzy navels.
All sugar. The margarita's even, you know, salted rim, that's adding to the sodium as well.
And it's really in the name. So if you're like ordering a Maui Wowie or something like that, I recommend, you know, not ordering those. The ones that have real names like a vodka soda is actually going to be better for you. I actually like to add a little bit of sparkling water to my wine. So especially to my white wine, it's almost a little bit on the champagne-y kind of side, but it's like perfect drink for a hot day, and it cuts the calories in half. So half and half, you know, about 1 or 2 ounces of wine, you know, a couple ounces of sparkling water like a Perrier, and you're good to go. But what is the best way to get rid of alcohol? We're doing another one of these across the screen here. So that, that I would say, alcohol, if you can manage it, that's definitely one of the big bloat dampers, and you control it and you can get rid of that bloat. So
the wines, you want to look for like a dry wine. That's going to be the best option for you. And then, vodkas, all the clear liquids have about 97 calories per 1.5 ounces. So kind of put that into perspective when you're having that. And it's not even just the calories. It's, your body literally shuts down. You lose B vitamins and, actually a bunch of vitamins that you lose, especially the B vitamins that are, essential for your metabolism. So all of that just stops.
Yeah.
So.
And now, I'll be honest with you, I'm actually not a big drinker anymore. I'm a lightweight, and I just hate the whole, waking up with a headache, feeling tired, and it just takes me like a day to metabolize. So I don't drink hardly ever. All I do is I just take a sip from my husband or whatever. I actually drink unsweetened iced tea, and I have no problem being in a room full of people who are drinking alcohol, and I'm the boring one, right? The designated driver, drinking unsweetened iced tea. But hey, Danielle, thanks for joining us. We're talking about some people who may not be so comfortable kind of being the standout. Why are you not drinking? And someone says, are you pregnant? And they kind of give you like the third degree. And you don't really want to say, well, I'm on a diet, because that's not cool either. So one of the tricks that we tell people is just order the drink. Hey, Jeanette, thanks for joining us. Order the drink with a black straw and ice, and it actually looks like you have an alcoholic drink, but just tell the bartender, hey, just put club soda in it and a lime, so that you can have that perception that you're drinking. Another trick is that if you don't want to do that, you can order the drink, but it doesn't mean you actually have to drink it. Just put it in your hand, just kind of sip. And one of my biggest kind of teachings that I have for all my patients, just never get your drink past, to the point where it's almost empty. What that does is it literally invites all of your drunken friends. Woo, can I get you another drink? These girls will get you in trouble, right? And so, come on, let's party. And so what happens is that if you're uncomfortable saying no, unfortunately, you cannot get a refund on calories, and that's just a big bummer. I wish we could get refund on calories. We actually have to earn it through exercise, which is not so much fun as a refund. But yeah, there's a few tricks for those of you like me who don't necessarily drink, but sometimes feel that uncomfortableness when you're on a girls' trip, you're on a happy hour. Like I said, there are plenty of situations where a lot of pressure, but you can still get around without putting yourself into trouble with the alcohol. Mm-hmm. So, and then, just another PSA announcement. We obviously you want to make sure that you're not drinking and driving. Just kind of want to toss it out. We actually have a very close friend who was hit by a drunk driver. So, you got to put yourself in that situation. My husband and I went out to dinner, and he had just one wine glass. He doesn't drink very often, but just one wine glass. And he mentioned to me that he wasn't feeling well, so I had to drive him home. But he has a really nice car, and it made me really nervous having to drive it home. But you have to be responsible when it comes to alcohol. So I thankfully did not drink, that night to make sure everybody was in check. But yeah. It wasn't pretty getting home. I always have that narrow turn where I'm the one that hits the curb.
Oh my gosh!
And it's pretty embarrassing when you're in a nice car, right? And you're like, who is this? Who is this person? So, but yeah, for all of you who are watching live, again, pop in questions. Oh, if you guys can do me a favor, let's have a fun little exercise. If you can post a skinny cocktail recipe in the Facebook group, we would love to have a few more ideas that you can toss towards the bartender. I am actually thinking of a strawberry mojito that I ran across that was only 80 calories, which was amazing. So let's teach everybody some skinny cocktails. So post some recipes, or if you're out and post a picture and just say, hey, this is actually not bad of a choice, because we're here to have fun. Memorial Weekend is a kickoff to the summer, and we want you guys to have fun. Mm-hmm. So But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this quick talk. We will have just a quick wrap up tomorrow, but I'm proud of you guys. You're kind of winding down on the 5-day Bloat Buster challenge again. But please, if you need additional information, you need help, go to our website, www.denverweightlossclinic.com, or private message me. Go into the Facebook group, send me a Facebook Messenger if you got a question, or if you just say, I want to ask a question but didn't want to post it. I'm more than happy to help you guys. So, but anyways, let's get those tummies flat. We've got a few more days before the official pool opens, and hope you guys have fun. So we'll see you later.